Hi, I'm Damani Gray, MBA, and this is Doing It with Damani. But before we get into today's video, please smash that like button, turn your notifications on, and most important, subscribe to my channel. Now, the Whittier Library Bookstore is a bookstore where 100% goes of profits go back to the Whittier Library. And we all know as entrepreneurs how important it is to have access to information. This facility, this building,
Yes.
is the library bookstore.
Yes, this is the Whittier Library Bookstore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that mean as a library bookstore?
Wow. What does that mean as a library bookstore? It is so large. We've been fortunate to have an area to offer books to the community at really a reduced rate. And as volunteers, they're all priced very reasonably. And that money that we collect, because we're all volunteers, all goes to support the library.
So all of it goes to the library.
All of it goes to the library. A modest amount goes to pay our phone bill, pays our electric bill. So that's what keeps us going.
Okay.
Is that community service? We all want to serve the community.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're here. But we all love the library, and we love what the library can offer the community. And I'm going to go in a little different direction for a second.
Okay.
I believe libraries are part of our social infrastructure.
Okay.
It's not
Explain.
it's not just I want a book.
Mhm.
They have passports. They have things for vets.
Mm-hmm.
They have so many community services. The computers for community people that do not have computers. So there's the children's programs. Above and beyond a book.
Mm-hmm.
So it's grown so much, and our mission, even though it's always been the same, to support the library, it's grown so much more because of their needs. Libraries are funded through public money, and when was the last time somebody said, "Let's give more money to the government"? That's so. Fewer and fewer dollars are coming into the library, and this is our opportunity. The Friends of the Whittier Public Library is here for the purpose of raising money through membership, through book sales, through vinyl record sales, through CDs, DVDs, and all of that goes to the library to help all those additional needs that they have today that they didn't have 50 years ago.
That was a great answer. So it's fair to say that
That was the right thing to say.
this bookstore covers covers a myriad of topics. Do you have a business section as well?
Yes, we do. We have a very good business section, and I've happened to place some examples of some of the books that we have. We have an excellent business section. I don't know about you, but I'm here also because I like tactile. I like to be able to
The old feel.
this and I can't underline on a computer screen. You know, so this gives me a chance to come in and notate and have this as my little reference at the seat of my car and pull up something that like a quote or something to keep me going during the day. Right. So we're really fortunate with the team that we have here. Our volunteers take a section, and they have ownership of that section.
Oh wow!
And so that section is their section. So they make sure that it's clean.
That's an investment.
It's totally an investment in their time, right? For sure. So the section is clean. The section is organized because what I just did, right? I put this right here, but how many people pull it out? Put it over here, put it over here.
Right.
So there's an investment in keeping it looking good so that a customer who comes in can find what they're looking for. Calling books that maybe have been around a long time and they need to be recycled, where we put the new business books or any of the books that we have. We've got a great selection in so many areas. My biggest fear,
What's that?
that we'll be the last bookstore.
Brick and mortar is going
The
away.
last brick and mortar bookstore, yeah. We are currently the last brick and mortar bookstore in Whittier.
And the largest non-for-profit Southern California bookstore in Southern California.
You looked at the website.
I surely did look at the website.
Yes, we're the largest nonprofit bookstore in Southern
Are
California.
you open to the public? And also, the website mentions something about membership. Can you tell us something about that?
That's a great question, actually,
Thank you.
because the Friends of the Library Bookstore started like in 1958, right at the time that they were putting the shovel to the ground to build the Central Library, and it started off as a group of concerned citizens to support the library, and I'm sure it was at the time a group of women that got together, and they probably had a little book club, and that was their extent. And eventually we had the building we're in is the old Whittier bus station. So we were given permission to use this to help raise some funds. And the room we're currently in, this little 20 by 20 room, this used to be the only part open to the public. Let me rephrase that. This room was only open to members of the Friends of the Whittier Library. So only members could buy books that were just in this room.
Really?
And the other space over back here, that was storage.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But speaking of this room, you mentioned this was a bus station.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that? Because that's what interests me, is the old architecture of this building.
That's exciting, and I'm sure you're going to pan through as we have this conversation. However, over on one side, you can kind of, if you have a little imagination, you could see where the cashier sat. This happens to be the office of the bookstore. The bookstore, where they sat and sold tickets and slid a window up and down, and then there's a spot where the baggage claim door, which is still here, slides up and down to define the two areas. And out in our main room, if you can envision, if you've been to Union Station, if you can envision those wooden benches, the wooden benches in the main room. And there's even a spot, if you look clearly, you could see where we had there was an indoor restaurant. The old days of fast food. So it's a lot of history is in here. And it was a taxi stand too, serving the community. And when we talk about bus stations, so it was I think it was called Metro Bus Station.
Metro.
Was it Metro?
Well, I was thinking it was the RTD bus, and then it became the Metro bus.
Yeah.
So it's different.
I don't remember. Right, I don't remember. However, we both remembered that it was a Greyhound bus station.
Right.
Yeah. So great.
Right.
So there was a Greyhound sign up on the corner that's long gone to show it was a Greyhound bus station.
Now, your hours of operation are going to be in the description below, but
yeah. So there was a transition. I'm going to say about 10 years ago, or maybe 15 years ago. Maybe time flies,
Right.
when these folks. So there was a transition when one of our past managers of this store, Francis Menard, he said, let's open up the bookstore to everybody, and that was like, what? It was almost like blasphemy. However,
how was it before then?
Like I shared with you, Friends of the Whittier Public Library, members only.
Got it.
Members only.
Okay.
So now we still raise funds through memberships, but way back in the day, that was the only way that you were allowed to buy a book. Was to be a member. So we did open it up to the public, and we are open to the public Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 10:30 to 2:30. Sometimes we're here a little bit later, so stop on by. It's okay.
And if someone wants to volunteer here
Yes.
or donate to you,
Yes.
how would they go about doing that?
Any Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, 10:30 to 2:30. Fortunately, I don't like confusing things. So for sales and donations, we're open. And if you'd like to volunteer, please come in and ask for John. Be glad to help you out.
And do you have an email address?
Our email address is info@whittierlibrarybookstore.com.
I want to thank John for having me out to the bookstore. This week's comment section shout out goes to Marcus C. If you want to be shouted out from the comment section, make sure you leave a comment below. Once again, thank you for everyone for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on, and share this video. Once again, thank you everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.